So you use their bank card to buy a gift card for yourself to use.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you didn't want to keep using their card because you didn't want to get caught.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're diving into one of the most brutally honest courtroom moments caught on tape. From the moment this judge opens her mouth, she's not holding back. Within seconds, she slices through the defendant's excuses like a hot knife through butter. It's not your average courtroom drama. This one's raw, real, and filled with uncomfortable truths. If you think this guy's gonna sweet talk his way out of it, think again. This isn't the judge to play games with. Let's get into it.
Yes, ma'am.
So don't act as though you were doing them a favor by, oh, I'm going to Walmart to purchase a gift card. Did you understand? You're charged with the offense of credit or debit card abuse as a state jail.
The judge wastes no time calling out the obvious. The guy tried to spin his theft into a noble act. Buying a gift card to stop using the victim's card? Please. She shuts that down with pure fire. He tries to play the sympathy card, saying he needed Pampers, but the judge claps back hard, reminding him that free resources exist. She hits him with brutal logic and even a throwback lesson in cloth diapers. This is the kind of moment that turns viral for all the right reasons.
A felony range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? You're going to need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
The court just followed.
Here comes the defense attorney, trying to salvage the situation, claiming it was a one-time mistake and pleading for leniency. But the judge, she ain't buying it. She's seen the police report and calls out the multiple suspicious charges, not just one. Her attention to detail is sharp, and she makes it clear this isn't some rookie mistake, it's a pattern. This is the turning point where the case takes a serious nosedive for the defendant. No hiding from the facts now.
The agreement that we have with the state.
All right, why are you stealing?
It was in a bad spot at the time.
No, I mean, I don't understand why when people think they're in the bad spot, the go-to is let me steal from somebody else who's been working hard. So why are you doing it? And what bad spot are you talking about you're in?
I wasn't doing it, it was one time.
No, I mean, one time is too many. So what bad spot were you in? Because you're employed. So what bad spot were you in that you would take somebody else's credit card and use it?
I just started working, I needed Pampers.
Now the judge starts reciting the actual breakdown of transactions. $100 here, $54 there, $24 again. It's like she's laying down the receipts in real time. She questions him directly, exposing the gap between his version and reality. He keeps claiming it was one time, but the timestamps and amounts say otherwise. This right here is that caught in 4K moment. The judge doesn't even need to raise her voice. Her calm dismantling of his lies is deadly enough.
So, I mean, see, that is zero excuse. Let me tell you why. Because there are plenty of places that will give you free Pampers. And guess what? I don't know why people are stuck on this Pampers thing, because if you can't afford Pampers, you know what you do? You use cloth. Pampers is just something that's been brought in new to existence for convenience. But back in the day, people would use cloth diapers. You get cloth diapers, and guess what you do?
The defense keeps pushing, asking for a deal. But at this point, it's like trying to tape a sinking ship. The judge demands to know more, how many kids he has, who he lives with, and if he's even truly committed to the woman he calls his fiancée. She drills into the man's personal life to expose whether he's truly responsible, or just another smooth talker in a courtroom trying to fake accountability. And the more he talks, the weaker his case becomes.
You wash them, and they can be used again. So, again, what were you buying at Walmart?
Gift card. I didn't want to keep using the card.
So you use their bank card to buy a gift card for yourself to use.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you didn't want to keep using their card because you didn't want to get caught.
Yes, ma'am.
So don't act as though you were doing them a favor by, oh, I'm going to Walmart to purchase a gift card. Anything you want to say for your client?
We dive into his background now. The guy says he has an associate's degree and was planning to open a business with his uncle. It almost sounds like he's got potential, but the judge keeps pressing. She asks where he's living, whether probation can transfer, and how real this plan is. The courtroom feels more like a reality check boot camp. She's not here for dreams, she's here for truth and accountability. And she's not letting him off the hook for just sounding hopeful.
We are, due to the nature of the circumstances, we are asking this court to defer the finding of guilt and give him the opportunity. He's remorseful about his actions. It was a one-time occasion. He's not a convicted felon. So therefore, we're asking this court to give him that one opportunity to keep up the felony conviction, be a better parent, better husband.
All right, I know he's saying it was a one-time thing, but according to the police report, they're not saying it's a one-time thing. Because it states the credit card companies contacted him and his...
Boom, sentencing hits. The judge throws down a $500 fine and 4 years of deferred adjudication. But it doesn't end there. She gets real about what this kind of conviction means, calling it a crime of moral turpitude. That's serious. She warns that this could wreck his career, even with his degree. This isn't just punishment, it's a wake-up call. And if he didn't get the message before, now it's loud and clear. Choices have consequences, and excuses don't pay the bills.
His wife regarding suspicious charges. There's an S on that. So that means there was more than one charge. Otherwise, they would have said regarding a suspicious charge.
I understand that, Your Honor, but I mean, police reports at this moment, the only thing that was mentioned was the $501 that Walmart tried to say. There wasn't anything else alleged.
Well, there's a situation where he tried to use the card for $100. That's what's in the police report. So you have the $500 Walmart, and then you have another $100. How many times were you trying to use their cards? Or how many times did you use their
I
card?
only used the card one time.
It says, Mr. Vincent advised the complainant that on August 7th, a $100 charge was...
The judge keeps it raw and real, telling him stealing is never the answer, especially when there's real help out there. She mentions programs for diapers, food pantries, and government support. This isn't about tearing him down, it's about making him face the truth. She's laying down life advice while delivering a sentence, and you can feel the weight of it. This part hits hard because it's more than just courtroom talk, it's a reality check for anyone watching.
Attempted at the Walmart with the Bank of America card. And then the second and third attempts were at the same location at approximately 6:45 a.m. and 6:46 a.m. The second charge was $504 with an American Express card. And then there was a third attempt for $204. So there are three.
Well, Judge, we're still asking this court for the follow the state's agreement at this point. Like I said, my client is remorseful of his actions. He's not intending on doing so again. He's not a convicted felon and would like to keep that a felony conviction off his record to be a good father, get secure employment, and be able to provide for his family.
How many?
Now we take a wild shift into a totally human moment. The courtroom tension drops as the judge talks about ginger, shampoo, and foraging plants. It sounds random, but it's her way of breaking the tension and showing she's more than just a tough judge. She's a real person, with real interests and warmth. It's that contrast that makes this so memorable. One minute she's tearing someone down, the next she's sharing nature hacks. It's honestly kind of iconic.
Children do you have?
Four.
I'm sorry?
Four.
What are their ages?
11, 7, and 2 1-year-olds.
And who do you live with?
My fiance.
Is this your fiance? You put a ring on her finger, y'all are going to get married? Or is this somebody you just live with for a while and y'all decide to say she's the fiance?
No, ma'am. I've been with her for 6 years. I put a ring on her finger.
All right. And what does she do for a living?
Right now she works from home.
Doing what?
I don't know. She just got the job when I got locked up. I think it's for AT&T.
And how far did you go in school?
Now
How far did you go in school?
we have associates,
Associates in what?
business.
And what have you been doing with your associate's degree?
Well, I just moved to Louisiana. My uncle was gonna help me open a business for myself.
All right, so are you in Louisiana or are you in Bexar County?
I just moved to Louisiana in December.
Oh, so is he going to be living in Louisiana?
We are going to be asking probation.
All right, guys, this one wraps with a surprise dose of peace and positivity. After all that fire and fury, the judge sends him off with good luck, and she means it. It's a reminder that the courtroom isn't just about punishment, it's about second chances too. If the guy takes this seriously, maybe this whole painful lesson wasn't in vain. Thanks for watching. If you found this as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.
I explained to him that it can be transferred, but it has to be through the probation department. He first needs to check in here, and then probation arranges for that to happen and be able to move to whichever parish that he's going to be living in Louisiana.
All right, and your fiance is in Louisiana?
Yes, ma'am.
What parish?
Saint Samuel.
All right, this is what the court is going to do, is a $500 fine. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years deferred adjudication. All right, we can go off the record. Stealing is never the answer. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There's a lot of free places, at least in Bexar County, where you can get diapers, you can get on WIC, you can get help with food. They have all these pantries available. So that's not the answer. Now, let me just tell you, with this offense, whether you're on deferred or not, it's considered a crime of moral turpitude. So what that means is your business degree, maybe you'll be able to do something with that, maybe not. Your attorney can explain to you all of the collateral consequences from pleading, and I know he probably did already explain to you the collateral consequences from pleading to any crimes that are considered crimes of moral turpitude. You understand? All right, good luck to you. Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Judge.
You are gonna pay yourself.
I am?
Well, here, this is what it is. No, I'm not going to.
Yes. Okay, and let me just tell you, I was just telling them the other day that with that, you can actually use it to shampoo your hair. And so I always wanted to grow that. And the liquid that comes out of it, it's great for shampooing hair and also for doing laundry. And I learned that from watching a documentary.
Another thing about ginger,
Mhm.
it really is good for nausea, including morning
Yes.
sickness, and does not cause, birth defects.
Yes.
So many other things have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
But yeah, I was telling the deputies, I want to grow that because I saw, there's one lady that I watch, she forages.
I've
And
wanted
so
to.
she was in Hawaii and she said she took that and she uses that to shampoo her hair.
It's cool. If you do grow it, it needs to be in part shade. I've been trying to plant some, but it's on my list of things to do for the back.
Oh, I want that. I want the birds of paradise. Somebody just told me the black dahlia, that's beautiful. So I just want a bunch of plants and hopefully they will grow. So,
Good luck.
all right, thanks.
My name is Happy. I upload courtroom video for education purpose. This video may contain copyrighted works not specifically authorized for use, but believed in good faith to be protected by the Fair Use Doctrine under Section 107 of U.S. copyright law.
All right, guys, this one wraps with a surprise dose of peace and positivity. After all that fire and fury, the judge sends him off with good luck, and she means it. It's a reminder that the courtroom isn't just about punishment, it's about second chances too. If the guy takes this seriously, maybe this whole painful lesson wasn't in vain. Thanks for watching. If you found this as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.